Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ryan with Sdap, and this is episode 6 of Sdap Talk. It's New Year's Eve, the last day of the year. And in 5 days, we can cure your case of the Mondays here in Sioux Falls. We've got billboards going up with positive medical marijuana and cannabis messages. They're going to be all over town. On 12th Street, on 10th and Cliff, up and down Minnesota Avenue, east, west, north, and south. Everywhere. Sdap in Sioux Falls. And with that, we've been talking to Emmett Reistroffer. Y'all probably know who he is. He's got this idea of pushing for a citywide decriminalization of marijuana possession in small amounts for Sioux Falls. And what this would do, it would make possession of marijuana pretty much the same severity of penalty as a seatbelt ticket. A $25 civil fine, and your stuff gets confiscated. No jail. No crazy wreck your life, ruin everything that the current laws are having with people. I mean, probation for indefinite periods of time and UAs. I mean, it's so invasive. But I'm joined here today with Jonathan Gillis.
Hey, how's it going?
So, decriminalization in Sioux Falls.
You know, there's a lot of people in there wound up in the jail system that they're there for petty charges like possession of THC. And, you know, for every person that's there, it costs the taxpayers money of the community and the county. And, you know, it free up a little bit of money in people's pockets and keep petty charges out of the jails a little more.
Well, they're tripping out here in Sioux Falls because I heard this rumor that they might have to build a second jail because there's too many people in the jail. And if there's too many people in your jail, maybe you need to examine your laws. I mean, really?
Yeah. And maybe examine them and rethink a few. That's what I would say.
But right now, our legislatures aren't worried about dying children or people, their grandparents, their parents falling into Alzheimer's. They're not worried about that. What they're worried about is the evil dollar loan centers and that dude's venture to build the biggest pawn shop ever seen in South Dakota. Now, I like pawn shops. You know, I used to work in one. I think it'd be a great idea. But really, if you're going to attack, you know, something like that because it's morally wrong, maybe you should just get rid of all the casinos. I recently read an article in the Yankton Press in Dakotan where the cops were talking about some of this legalization business going on with groups like ours. And some of the things they said were like, we can't have all these dispensaries popping up because they'll get robbed, and you see all these robberies of dispensaries, and they're taking the money, and they're taking the weed, and we just can't deal with this. Well, casinos, I mean, John, have you seen the casino things going on in Sioux Falls? How many have been knocked off recently?
Not very many.
I've seen at least 5
really
go down this year.
Here in Sioux Falls?
Sioux Falls and Rapid. I mean, statewide, there's casinos everywhere on every corner in the state.
I guess I haven't really paid attention to it, but you know, it just goes to show you that there's a lot more going on in the background that people pay attention to.
But I went and I had addressed Steve Hickey on this. He's one of the legislators who is taking the charge on this. He commented to some people on Dakota War College about why he was doing this and why it upsets him and this and that. And I had posted what I had posted to him through SDAP. You can look back in the timeline. But it pretty much said you can get rid of the lottery system and the casinos that are feeding people free booze, taking their money, so they have to get a loan at Dollar Loan Center to pay the rent that they screwed up on because they were addicted to alcohol. You see, it's just a vicious fucking triangle of shit. And the state just takes the money. That's proof that South Dakota thrives on suffering. We're trying to end the suffering.
Yeah, you know, I know a few people that were in the bar business and bowling businesses, and they said video lottery came in, and a lot of them had to give it up because they just didn't have the income off of their customers anymore because they just played video lottery and spent all their money on that. And you know, that all goes to the state, and I think the place gets a certain little percentage of that, but that's not enough. It says a certain number, so where you gotta really get them playing that stuff in order to do anything with it.
Well, that being said, video lottery and the South Dakota lottery in general is a huge moneymaker for the government. They love it. It's free money that they swindle out of people. It's kind of like the really old school. Here, drink the fire water. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, we got your land and your gold, and yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So then I told him, you're going to lose all these millions of dollars in lottery revenue. Guess what? You can grow that from the ground here in South Dakota. Because money does grow on trees.
Indeed it does, sir.
And that being said, that's what's going on here at SDAP. We just wanted to say hi for New Year's, and we're standing in Sioux Falls right now. So, being that it just struck midnight, we are we're a year ahead of you in West River, but you guys get an extra hour to drink. But do it responsibly. Don't get pulled over. Don't kill anybody, and don't do. This is not the night to be running around if that's how you roll. Don't get caught. Be safe. This is Ryan with SDAP signing out.
This is John with SDAP signing out. Happy New Year.